Hey guys, Peter from Faraz Auto Sales, and today we're going to be doing a compilation video of our top ranked SUVs. Check these out. If you thought that the G63 AMG was cool, wait till you see this thing, the Brabus 700 G-Wagon. We're back again with Peter, Faraz Auto Sales. Let's have a look at this beast. Now, looking at the front of this thing, you can see that everything is different. Everything. So this is nowhere near what a normal G-Wagon looks like. Everything down to the trim and the badging. So you got your Brabus kit here, your Brabus badges. This is an illuminated Brabus badge that when you start this car up, this stuff all glows, which is very, very cool. And then the biggest, craziest feature of this thing is this Brabus carbon hood, man. This is awesome. So everything about this thing has changed, right? Like even the front bumper lines. The way that Brabus designed this kit for this G-Wagon to look is something else. They look cool, but when you get the full Brabus 700 kit on it, it's a different beast. Let's check out these wheels. Man, these wheels are almost as big as I am when I'm crouching down here. So you got 23-inch factory Brabus monoblock forged wheels, and these things are finished in all gloss black with the still traditional red AMG brake calipers. Just gorgeous. And once you come moving back this way, we can see it on the side. Everything else is fully different as well. You got the Brabus badging, all this additional side venting here, which is not on the actual normal G63, and then of course 700, meaning 700 horsepower. Now as you come down the side of this thing, you can still see that everything looks different. You got these Brabus upgraded lighting system, and then of course a Brabus factory full exhaust, valved exhaust, which just sounds nuts. We're going to check that out a little bit later. Obviously the roof is a little different. You notice the Brabus wing, but come on, the biggest difference in this thing is there's supposed to be a spare tire right here, not on the Brabus 700. Weight reduction is key. Carbon fiber Brabus badge in the back. This is just nuts. You got the full rear Brabus bumper, and then, you know, of course your Brabus badging, which does illuminate, change color. Like, this doesn't get any cooler than this as far as Mercedes goes. One of my favorite features that was an aftermarket addition was that all of these windows, you'll notice, are clear. These are factory Mercedes clear windows installed, and I'll show you the reason why in a second. All right, here we are, guys, inside this thing. Again, it does sit and feel exactly like a regular AMG G63, but it's totally different from the customizations. The most crazy thing in this thing is the full customized Starlight headliner in this car. How cool is that? You're never gonna find a G-Wagon that has that application done. This is a full redone Alcantara red, matching the red interior roof liner. This is a custom application as well. They do make the G63 with the carbon fiber and the leather steering wheel, but not in this red like that. That is customized red with the beautiful stitching through. Like, that is very, very unique. So if you're looking for a super unique and different G63, this is the one for you. Very, very easy to drive. This thing's like literally driving any other SUV, except it has 700 horsepower, which makes this a monster. Now, we talked about that valved exhaust earlier. Let's take a look and see what this sounds like. So right now we have this thing in comfort mode. Once you switch it into Sport Plus, you're gonna see the difference. Wow, you can hear those valves open up. Let's give this thing a rev and see what's up. Now the piece de resistance, let's talk about the motor, what makes this the Brabus 700. Full Brabus tuned motor. So this gives you, like a lot of the times you'll see somebody will put a badge on something or upgrade it. It's not the same. This is certified Brabus. You have your certified Brabus plaque right here. Certified Brabus 700 horsepower. This comes with full tune on the original 4-liter V8 twin turbo. So that's what boasts this thing from the mid 500 horsepower right up to 700. That just makes this thing scream. Today we're looking at the Hotel on Wheels, the 2021 GLS 600 Maybach. This thing is crazy. There's every feature and more you can imagine, right down to champagne glasses, right down to reclining seats. We're gonna go over it all. Come check this thing out and let's do a walk around today, see what's going on. All right, right, guys, we're gonna take a closer look at what makes this thing skirt in just underneath the $200,000 mark. Again, 2021 Mercedes GLS 600 Maybach. Very, very badass, very cool car. Probably has all the bells and whistles Mercedes are able to jam into a vehicle. Starting off, obviously, you have what makes it a Maybach, what shows you it's the Maybach. When in your rearview mirror you see the Maybach is that beautiful grille, this gorgeous chrome grille with the chrome around the outside venting here. That's just really nice staple of that Maybach. You're gonna see that on the front end of this. You're gonna see that on the front end of the Virgil. You're gonna see that on the front end of all kinds. Anything the Maybachs are gonna have what makes it a Maybach, that beautiful lettering on there, that crazy differentiation between a regular GLS 600 or GLS 580, sorry, that's gonna be, it's kind of like the similar, but it's just not quite there. When you get that Maybach certification on the front of that thing, that Maybach labeling, it's just second to none. So we're gonna walk our way around. I know that some of them do come with the Maybach, the double M symbol on there. I think that's maybe an additional upgrade if you wanted to buy the emblem, or maybe this one this year came with just the regular Mercedes symbol. Not sure, maybe let me know if you know more than I do about it. You probably do. What I love about the Maybach, GLS 600 Maybachs, is these massive 23-inch wheels. Like, these Maybach wheels don't come on any of the other Mercedes. They come on them specific to the Maybachs, the 23s. There's a few different versions of the Maybach wheels, but I happen to love these multi-spoked Maybach ones. These are just so mean, so elegant, so just like, they really pop. Either way, I love the beautiful finishing touches of the Maybach symbol covering the bolt, the lug nuts underneath, which is just really clean, gorgeous rim, huge, massive, in your face, big wheel, because nothing spells Maybach like just a lot of features that are kind of almost obnoxious, right? So we're gonna move down. The side of it, you wouldn't really know much difference other than the wheels and of course the Maybach logo on the back until you open this door. One of the coolest features, again, a lot of people like, I think, is the optional fold out Maybach side step running boards. I think you can leave these down when you drive, when there's a setting, just to look really cool, but they got the big Maybach logo on the back. As soon as you open the door, they fold out. As soon as you close it, they eventually fold themselves back in. Hate to see when that feature breaks, how much that's gonna cost to fix. Like anything on this truck, it's gonna cost a fortune, but that's what, if you got the money, it doesn't even matter anyway. Of course, the beautiful Mercedes-Benz Maybach symbol. This is the symbol I was talking about. Sometimes you'll see them on the front of the car. I'm not sure, again, if they're an upgrade or depends on the year. Not too sure, but this car is just beautiful. I love the fact that the roof rails are all silver, the silver around the door, around the windows. It's just a really, really beautiful looking car. All right, now if you're liking these videos, please, it would help us out a lot if you could subscribe and like the content, because it really helps us grow our channel and make us one of the biggest car channels on YouTube. Mercedes Maybach, again, like we said on the front, can't be a Maybach without that beautiful Maybach badge on there. I'm sure the badge alone probably costs a couple $1,000s just to get this put on there. So this isn't for the faint of heart or the one without money. This is a pretty serious unit. Let's open the trunk and take a look at what you can put back here. Look at that. Even on the inside of the trunk, you have the leathered, that's the same color as the interior. It's beautiful. Still Mercedes-Benz Maybach logo right there in the leather. I love this. You can see this is a real pain in the ass, but again, it shows how much of a luxury this vehicle is designed for. I don't think you're supposed to be loading piles of suitcases in here. This is the fridge that cools the champagne on the inside. So again, you just see what this is made for. Features, elegance. This is made for for royalty to be sitting in, or the top of the top, because who wants this massive fridge right in the back of where you're putting everything? But again, that's not what this is designed for. What we're gonna do is take a look at the inside and see what it's really designed for. Even the tailgate, look at this. The whole tailgate is wrapped in leather, like white leather. Like, it's crazy, so cool. These are the kind of cars you think that actually belong in almost like a museum to look at. One day these might end up being, collector items, and just, you could almost have this on display. It would take half an hour to go around and look at every single thing that was made and all the individual stitches and the neat things about this car we can look at. All right, let's hop in here and have a look, guys. Now, I think, to be honest with you, this is not really where you want to be sitting if you own this, you're gonna want to be sitting back there, but we're still nonetheless gonna take a look at this because it's still a really cool truck to have if you got to drive it and not just sit in the back. But man, this is something else. It just spells luxury. There's a couple of features on this truck that I think are pretty bizarre. We're gonna take a look at that. One of them being the bouncing option, which is, I guess, the recovery mode. It's meant for if you're you know, out in the sand dunes off-roading in a, you know, $500,000 SUV. I guess it's designed to knock all the debris off the bottom of that after you're done off-roading. We'll show you it. It's kind of a novelty, but it is still nonetheless very cool. Look at the color scheme of this interior. You got this beautiful, the macchiato beige, and then this gorgeous burgundy color with the stitching all accented through it. And you have just these beautiful Mercedes Maybach logos all over the place. You got, look at that, the infotainment system pops up with Maybach as soon as you're gonna start the system. Just gorgeous, very, very sharp. And then of course you have the Maybach steering wheel, which is different than the regular GLS 580 or GLS 450 steering wheel. It's got the Maybach engraved right there, right on the front. So in case you forget what you're driving, it says it right there. The Burmester sound system, even these vents, the high-end sound system, the upgraded version of it has the matching, the grill covers, I called them vents, but the grill covers for the speakers that stays true throughout the entire vehicle. And of course, when you're looking up here, you have fully wrapped, just like in the tailgate, fully leather wrapped roof, not even cloth or Alcantara. You have a full leather roof. I mean, it would be a nightmare to clean the whole thing if you got crazy, messy kids or anything like that, but either way, it is very gorgeous. I love that. You got your heated and cooled cup holders right here, which is really nice. Very, very easy touching to your climate control, and to navigate through your infotainment is very simple. So you have your comfort massaging front end and the rear end there. You got massage seats. We're going to take a look at the back a little bit later on. And one thing that really gives you that extra kind of like ambiance is of course the ambient lighting. The ambiance. But anyway, you can just scroll right through here, you hop into your comfort, you go into ambient lighting, and then look at this. You have a plethora of colors. You get different color schemes that you can choose from. You can go fire red. It changes the color of that to this kind of yellowy, kind of gives you a demonstration of what coloration you're going to look at there. Purple sky has got some blue and dark blacks. Man, this is just, it's just such a neat little addition that it just gives you that full customization. And you can control all of this from the back as well. There's a rear removable tablet, which is really neat. We'll take a look at that in a second. But just really ups the ante of class when you're just mixing around or choosing your own custom color. You know, very, very cool. Jumping into the back of this Maybach, where I have the unfortunate side of sitting behind the driver's seat right now, but if you're sitting in the passenger seat and your footrests go up, this entire chair will fold forward, so you can basically lay down and sleep if you wanted to. Or you can, you know, fold out your foldable laptop tables, get your work done right here. And like we mentioned earlier, you hit that eject button right there and the corner of that tablet pops up, and look how cool this is. So then you got all of the same things we had basically in the front that you can control from the back. So full menu of your massage that you're gonna get while you're sitting here riding, getting chauffeured to you know, whatever location you need to get to. Like we talked about, the ambient color and lighting zones that we can control from the back, which is really neat. And this thing charges itself in this little unit right here, which is nice. So quite a lot of functionality of what you can control as a passenger, which is really different than most cars. You're very limited usually on what you have access to, but no, this is really neat what you can do and how you can customize your ride, customize the way things feel when you're in back here. It's very, very nice. Adjust the radio, the media, whatever have you. You just simply place this guy back down, and as soon as it gets connected, it sucks itself back in and you're good to go. And then of course you have one of the staples of the Maybach is of course the champagne fridge, which is beautiful. Glasses sit here, open this little door, an illuminated champagne fridge right there. Like, you put whatever you want back there, put a sandwich, put some food, it doesn't really matter, it's up to you. If you're in a Maybach, you control everything. You are the prince or the princess. Then we have heated and cooled champagne flute holders down here as well. So
when you're riding, they've thought of it all. It actually has a cup holders that grip the bottom of the champagne flute, so those won't fall over when you're riding over bumps or whatever else. Like, it just, they've thought of it all. So good job, Mercedes, on that one. And this massive panoramic roof is huge. It has a beautiful sliding cover that goes across it, so if you're looking to catch some Z's again, you can lay back and relax. All of this stuff simply folds away, which is really, really nice. So this, I'll show you how this works. This is really cool. Has a little bit of a little release function here. You can add more stuff in the center. They have a neck pillow there in case you're going on a really long drive. There's your you can go, this one even comes with a phone cable there. That must be an aftermarket thing, but really cool. You just slide this TV tray around like that. It goes like that, a laptop tray back into the area. Close your middle console and there you go. All right, now one of the claim to fame features of the Maybach GLS. I've found no use to off-roading in this vehicle, and I'm sure not many of you will either, but my new favorite feature is using this off-road assistant recovery mode that we talked about earlier. Your kids fall asleep and they won't wake up. Easiest way to get them awake is start up the recovery mode. Check this out. They're not gonna sleep through this, I don't think, that's for sure.
All right, this is a special treat, the 2024 G-Wagon G63 Mercedes Grand Edition. There is only one of 1,000 of these built like this. So again, very exclusive, very rare car. If you're looking for something like this, this is the one to choose. Let's check out all the intricacies of what's going on in this thing, what makes it special, what makes the Grand Edition the Grand Edition. The theme of this Grand Edition is gold. A Mercedes version of their matte paint is called Magno. So Magno Gold is gorgeous, and it ties into every piece that would usually be either gloss black, either silver, or either matte black painted, depending on how you ordered your G-Wagon. We pan in through here, you can see the front emblem is also gold. The Mercedes AMG logo is also gold. And as we work our way around, you're gonna see all the little things that make this wagon so much different than the other. All right, now let's take a look at the 22-inch Mercedes AMG wheel, which comes on some of the other G-Wagons that are the G63s, but like we said earlier, with the gold finish, and it's brushed gold, it's not a gold gloss. And then even right down to the wheel cap, the center emblem, I personally would have gone maybe a different color caliper, but the red is a staple to the AMG caliper and it really does pop. You can see just every little thing, every accent is finished in gold, like the side of the mirror, the side of the logos here, the AMG logo. And we're gonna just work our way back. It's got this really neat kind of like vinyl added on from factory, the vinyl gold on the side, which is again specific to the Grand Edition. Now, my favorite thing about the rear end of this car is that all of the wheel cover is finished in the gold, just like everything else. It's very unique when you see this, because you're so used to seeing these being either gloss black or matte black is usually what you'd see on the Gs, regardless of the color. They don't usually color match that, but on this one, it really stands out when you're behind the car and you see, boom, this gold hits you right when you're looking at it. Right down to the gold badging, the AMG badging on that side, the G63 badging on this side, and of course, just like the front, the gold Magno. That's finishing off the exterior of this car. All right, let's check out the Grand Edition interior, which is nothing less than fantastically done. Okay, cool. So exclusive to the Grand Edition, the one of 1,000 build, like I said earlier, you're gonna see some cardboard on it. You're gonna see some stuff that's still left over from the factory because it's that new. It's got 110 kilometers on this vehicle. Full Alcantara steering wheel, doesn't come on any other G-Wagons. This G63 has the G63 stamped right on it, and then probably the neatest thing about this that differentiates than a regular G-Wagon is, yeah, you can buy a carbon interior package, you can get that kind of stuff on the others, but the actual weave of the carbon fiber is also gold. Infotainment system, everything else is very similar to the usual G63. There's no major upgrades there. I've been in a million G63s, none that look like this. All right, let's pop this hood, take a look at the motor and our search for gold. We have the regular AMG engine cover. Would have been really kind of cool, I think, to add that gold accent to the valve cover. I mean, they do this in carbon. They do change it up a little bit. That's an option, but I'm sure it was built like this for a reason. either way. Maybe you could do it afterwards. You could wrap that if you'd like. If there's a high heat wrap of something, maybe get it painted. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you think that would be a cool idea or not. But yeah, this is still the 4-liter V8 from Mercedes. It's a powerhouse. It is ready for the street. It hauls ass, and it's awesome. All right, guys, now we've all seen Lamborghini Uruses, but it's not often we see one that's built like this, the Urus Performante 2023, available at Faraz Auto Sales. We're gonna dive into this thing today and see what makes it different than a normal Urus, which we also have here too for sale, Faraz Auto Sales. Now, I don't even have to tell you what your eye gets drawn to when you look at this thing. It's just littered with carbon fiber. Just like a little while ago we did the carbon fiber on the SVJ, this is the carbon fiber on the Urus Performante. Look at this, carbon accents. The full hood is carbon fiber as well, which we'll take a look at after. Work your way down the front of this car. All dark black accents, but then bang, this blue pinstriping to match the interior, which we're gonna look at, which is just another whole different level. Exterior carbon fiber kit from Lamborghini. They didn't skimp on anything in this build. This is built top of the top. That's what we're gonna check out. Come on over here, we're gonna work our way around and get a good look at this thing. Okay, let's take a look at these wheels. Surrounded by this carbon wheel arch are these massive, the name of the wheel is very, very hard to pronounce, but anyway, maybe you guys can figure it out or let me know or drop a phonetic comment in the comments there, but 23-inch, all black to match up with this, everything about the vehicle, to match the way it looks. Carbon ceramic brakes, these rotors are just massive. Like these got to be 10,000 bucks a piece, something, I don't even know, maybe 10,000 for the whole set, but a lot of money, put it this way. You got your gloss black brake caliper, very, very, very sharp to match the gloss black accents. We're gonna work down the side of this thing. Of course, carbon fiber mirrors is part of the exterior carbon kit from Lamborghini. Black door handles and your Performante badge on the side, which is also stuck onto this fully carbon fiber side panel, side skirt, I guess you can call it here. But everything on this car is taken away from the family commuter Lamborghini SUV, which kind of sounds strange, and it ties into the race spec Lamborghini SUV. Look at this, even you got a carbon accent on the rear wing of this thing. I mean, I don't know of the functionality of it at all, but I'm sure it was put there for a reason by Lamborghini. And then right into there is your carbon fiber rear spoiler. Man, this thing looks sharp. All right, when we move to the rear end of this Urus, like look at the carbon fiber again, that's just littered all over this car. So the weight difference would be significant between this versus a normal Urus. Like we go right into that blue pinstripe that we had on the front, which just pops. And again, wait till you see the interior on this car. It's full ad personam vehicle, which is Lamborghini customization that is built from factory, very, very unique compared to the usual Urus. One of the really, really cool things about the Performante is the partnership with the Acropulvic exhaust. This is a performance-tuned exhaust that gets put on at factory from Lamborghini. So that is just unbelievably large difference between the regular Urus's exhaust, which is still incredible, to this sport-tuned Acropulvic exhaust, which A, provides better sound and way more horsepower, way more performance abilities from the car. It's just amazing how much different that they can make an already really cool Urus look. When you add all the carbon on, you add the flare of the exhaust, you add the bigger shoulders, the neater little wing on the top, it's just incredible. All right, it's time to check out this crazy interior of this Performante. First thing you'll notice obviously stands out is a 4-passenger option. This is a more expensive option. You got full reclining seats abilities, full adjustable seats. But you know what's really cool in the Performante is, look at this, it's stitched on the inside of the bolster, just like the front of the seats. So it's almost like you're sitting in a rear passenger seat that's also like a driver's seat. Very cool. Alcantara with the blue Cepheus, I believe that's how you pronounce it, interior color, which is gorgeous. And this one is equipped with the rear entertainment package with the TVs for each passenger. This is like a $12,000 option up from Lamborghini, so it's very, very expensive option. You have your little touch screen, which is really neat down here to make you adjust your climate. So if you're sitting back here in this race spec Performante, it's still very comfortable. It's very, it's not too tight. The TVs are accessible, but they're not too much in your face. And of course, you can fully adjust your seat. So if I want to lean back, I have full electronic controls at the side to be able to do so. This is a really beautiful spec vehicle. All right, let's move from the fun zone back here to the real deal, the cockpit, the race area. Let's do a a full look over of this interior. See what I was just saying earlier, just like the front seats with the embroidered Performante logo on the insides, it's the exact same in the rear, which is really cool. You don't see that very often. Now, moving into the interior, what do we got to say about this? The Performante's interior is man, it's like you need an extra set of eyes and an extra couple hours to soak all this stuff in. There's so much carbon fiber in here, but then you got like this Performante wheel, which is Alcantara mixed with the leather, with this really cool, I think it's specific to the Performante, is the red ring on the inside, which really adds a little flair to it. But man, the interior on this is so much different than the other videos you've seen of our other Urises. So they really did step up the interior from the original Urus. All right, now we'll touch on the infotainment. We'll touch on the drive display, everything else of the Urus is that you can see in the regular Urus, but what we really like to focus on is the Performante details in this car, which is, again, Alcantara steering wheel combination with the beautiful little red accent of the ring on the front here, and just the stitching of the all Alcantara dash is all in blue. This Cepheus blue is what they call it. So this is all ad personam stuff. It's added, custom picked from factory. The blue seat belts, which is beautiful, right? Matches with the blue stitching here, the blue accents of leather. And again, we can turn this car on, and which we'll do after, because you got to hear this exhaust. It's incredible. You got adaptive cruise control. You still have, even though this is a race spec vehicle, massage seat ability. You have simple touchscreen, which is very, very cool. Brings you to automatic, parking assists. You have blind spot assist. You have adaptive cruise control. So still, it's a very equipped car, even though it's built for race purposes. So sorry for the background. There's some cars starting up, but Bang & Olufsen 3D sound. That's the highest sound system that they have for this vehicle as well. So it's a huge upgrade from stock. All right, let's fire this thing up and see what that Akrapovic exhaust sounds like. All right, one of the definite noticeable features of this vehicle, the Performante versus the regular Urus, is this hood. Super light because it's fully carbon fiber underneath. This is all carbon fiber. Really, really cool. Boasts the same 600 plus horsepower as the regular Urus, but with all this lightweight features and everything else, it becomes a much different beast, much different on the street when you're driving this thing. So again, 4-liter V8 twin turbocharged motor, Lamborghini. You got to check this thing out. It's a powerhouse, and it looks like nothing you've ever seen. Again, it is finished in the ad personam color. Grigio China Matte is the color of this car. It is a very rare color. We don't see it very often, so you got to see it in person. Now, if you're looking for a Urus, Urus is already everything, but if you're looking for a little bit more, that's where the Performante is going to be for you. So don't forget, come check us out at Faraz Auto Sales. Like and subscribe our videos, and come check us out.